did the Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle go too far? That's what I see a lot of people saying. I seen a couple of different people's commentary about it, videos about it, and stuff like that. Made my own couple of little videos. In my last video, I said what I said was that it's getting a little bit too creepy for me. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit too creepy. And did it go too far? I think it did go too far. I think this battle did go too far because the stuff that's being said now is like, even if you're on one of their sides or not, whatever like that, how could you really cheer on the stuff that's being said? Like Kendrick Lamar saying the pedo stuff, that just don't sound good going out in major airwaves like that, especially if it's definitely not something you could prove about somebody. It just turns it a little bit too weird. And then like when you talk about stuff like that, and especially if it's not true, that's like something that kind of will cause you to have to really have beef with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, so that's that part of it. Then Drake rebuttals with talking about Kendrick Lamar being MOLSted. And on that hand, it's like, for one, that's not a funny situation. And for two, even if you're definitely on Drake's side and stuff like that, how could you really sit there and cheer on something like that? You can't really sit there and be like, oh, snap, he said he was MOL, and then feel good about that. You know what I'm saying? So all the way around, and it's like they're like kind of, they're gonna mess around and have each other into a Me Too cancellation process in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick saying Drake is a PEDO, and then Drake saying he's a woman beater, and next thing you know, both of these jokers being on somebody's list talking about some Me Too or something like that. So yeah, I think the beef has went too far. I mean, I think at this point, and also I'm gonna say this too, like I said before, I'm definitely the most unbiased person. I'm not really a fan of either one. I'm not saying that I don't think they got skills or nothing like that. And during the process of this beef, I got more respect for both of them as lyricists. I'll definitely give them both that much. You know what I'm saying? Even with the whole beef thing, this is like one of the most back and forth beefs I think we've seen with the quickest responses of probably damn near in hip hop history, because they both was coming back at each other. You know what I'm saying? Rebuttaling, and they both coming back tough. You know, you can't take that away from either one of them. They're two different rappers, but even with Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like, Drake kind of surprised me a little bit with his little, you know what I'm saying? Drake, he's holding his own. Whether he's winning or losing, he's definitely holding his own. He's coming back. But at this point, I think this thing has kind of went too far. You know what I mean? I think it's just too much. Once you start talking about this pedo stuff and this MOLE stuff, that takes the fun out of it. Because you can't really sit here and, like I said, especially with the MOLE stuff, you can't really cheer that on as like, oh, that's a bar. Like, to me, that's never funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never the kind of person to sit here, like, no matter who it is, like, I don't care what kind of beef. I'm not going to make fun of somebody, that kind of situation with somebody. That wouldn't be something that I would use in a battle. But then when you got Kendrick saying that he's a pedo, if that's not really true, then I guess, yeah, you're supposed to come back and say something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And hit the like button. God damn, I see 34 people up in here. I ain't got one single solitary like. God damn, that's whack as hell. But appreciate people for being up in here. I'm about to start going live more often, because YouTube been letting me get a little couple people in the live lately and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think at this point, I think they're both winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as it's hard to really say either one of them lost. But when you look at the numbers, Kendrick does got more numbers on his videos, and I am surprised to see that, though. It seems like more people are just tuning in to hear what Kendrick got to say, just in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, his videos have more engagement than Drake's songs got. So that's kind of surprising too. So maybe this just means that maybe Drake's is coming down to the end of Drake's era, and the joke guy, he had a long run. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from him. He had a long ass run. But I mean, I don't know, man. I just think it's time for these jokers to 50 people up in here now. One single solitary goddamn, like, look how you looking over here without even hitting the like. It can't get one goddamn like up in here. Goddamn, not a single joker can hit the one like button. A little bit of goddamn pressure on the goddamn like button. I see some people commenting. I can't really see it from here, and I can't pay attention to it like that while I'm driving. But I don't know, man. That's pretty much all I got with that, man. It's just it did go too far as far as I'm concerned. It went too goddamn far. Even people like me, I'm older, you know what I'm saying? So at the beginning, I'm like, oh, they ain't coming hard enough, and that, yeah, I was saying that, but I didn't want nobody to start talking about deep, dark stuff like that. Like nobody, like I said, I don't want to hear about. I guess I guess Kendrick said it on a song that he was MOL yesterday at some point, but that's not. I don't want to hear somebody clowning him about that on a song. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little bit too creepy, man. Like you can't get behind that. And also him accusations against Drake is just like I don't know. I think both of these jokers have proven their point. You know what I'm saying? They both can hold their own in the battle. Drake surprises. Um, all the way around, man. They both did what they had to do as far as I'm concerned, man. They should go on and Oh, now I'm stopped. I see somebody say you look like you got touched by P. Diddy." What the fuck? I swear, people would come on here and just say any old thing, man. People would just come and just say any old goddamn thing. And they put that a whole bunch of times. Like, who got time to sit there and just think about something, saying something like that and putting it in there? But that's the world we live in, man. That's why I said, like, even with the subject matter, you got people you got people coming in other people's comments and saying random stuff like that. It's just crazy, man. Like, I can't like even like I'm just not the kind of person. That's not something I'm going to use to clown somebody with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like I said before, the whole people talking about the Son Kim, everybody's going back. Like, I never been in no situation like that. So I don't know exactly what that does to a person's mind. But at the same time, it's like I can also sit here and imagine. You know what I'm saying? That I know I would think it's something so serious that you wouldn't want to joke about it. You know what I'm saying? That's not something to joke about somebody with. You know what I mean? Like, this joker on here coming on my comments saying that to me just now, just to go to show you, like, that's why with me, man, like, I don't take nothing. As a content creator, whatever you want to call it, you're supposed to come on here and act like you're passionate about stuff and try to get into it. But at the end of the day, I really don't care about none of this stuff at all. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to just go. It's just hard to really get into anything. Like, for me, I'm just so past, like, really caring about any of this stuff, man. You know what I mean? We got to come on here and talk about the battle. I guess everybody's talking about it, so you can't not talk about it. But at the end of the day, I don't really care about Drake or Kendrick Lamar. Neither one of them are my kind of music. It's just not for me. Not saying that they're whack. Not saying that there's not a lane for it. Not saying that they don't deserve it. Not saying that they don't, you know what I'm saying, work hard for what they got and they not talented and lyrical and stuff. It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. Almost a goddamn car accident. Goddamn. I'm just saying it's not for me. That's all. Neither one of them. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. That's about it. So I'm just not. It's like the other day. Some other days, like a whole random other thing where I live at. You know what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, I'm sitting down, laying there, relaxing. There are a whole bunch of gunshots, like 10 shots in a row, and it sounded like a goddamn machine gun. You know what I'm saying? Definitely an automatic weapon of some sort, which is not out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? As far as like people, but for where I live at now, like it's out of the ordinary for my lifestyle now, and for where I live at. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I got. I was trying to make some point. I forgot. But anyway, yeah, like 2 days ago, out of nowhere, Joker started doing a rant. Nobody got hit, but somebody got stabbed. So I guess it was an argument, and then the shooting led after that and stuff like that. But I'm just sitting there like, I live in a neighborhood that this don't happen at. I haven't heard gunshots like that since I lived the last place where I'm from at. You know what I'm saying? Haven't lived there in years. I can't even tell you the last time I heard gunshots like that. I'm sitting there like, is that firecrackers? But I was like, no, that's not. I know gunshots when I hear them. Next thing you know, police came swarming from every goddamn direction, sirens. It was crazy. Just the world is it's just crazy now, man. Anybody that lives where I'm living at, you ain't got no reason to be out here acting stupid because it's not that type of environment. You know what I mean? Well, that's the point I was making about the world. Is just so different now. Everything is just so out of whack, man. It's just like, I don't know. Who knows, man? But at the end of the day, with this battle, I'm going to just say this. Like I said, I'm giving props to both of them, Kendrick and Drake. They both did their thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as they both surprised everybody, I think they're both holding their own. You know what I mean? I guess Kendrick would have a little bit of the edge just as far as him coming back with so much, but I think this shit has went too goddamn far at this point. These jokers both need to sit down and reassess what's going on, um, because they saying stuff that just not don't need to be said all out loud into the airwaves. You got Forbes magazine and people like that paying attention and just making articles about it. This is just not what should be just blasted around. You know what I'm saying? In hip hop right now. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. But yeah, man, this shit done went too goddamn far, man. So shout out to anybody that came through. Only got one goddamn lake. Had about 70 people up in here at one point, which by the way was like the most people I ever had in the goddamn live chat since I've been doing YouTube. So much appreciation for that. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. That's about it.